Hello YouTube, Hippykillerz is back again, and this is something I want to, test the water, so to speak. Like top 5s, top 10s. So what to call it yet? It will be up in the title, up there. You'll be able to read it now. So, because let me give you a little backstory first. It's very important, which is why I decided to do this video. In the year 2000, I was 10 years old, and I was just skimming through the channels, the cable channels back then, and I came across this weird sort of thing. I later found out it was WCW. Bear in mind I haven't watched wrestling before, so this is my first experience towards wrestling, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Well, obviously, because I didn't know what the F word meant then. I didn't even know about the F word, I just got into South Park. I was like, this is stupid. And this is coming from a 10-year-old kid, so you can imagine how stupid WCW was in 2000. But a couple of months later, it was, I believe, December of 2000, and I turned the channel, and I saw this guy. He was in like a wrestling leotard, he had a microphone in his hand, and he was talking to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon down the ring, and I was like, wow, this is cool. And he's talking about this Hell in a Cell. I had no idea what this was. I had no idea what I was watching. But instantly, hooked. And that man was Kurt Angle. And that was Monday Night Raw. Raw. Not a W in it. Well, there is, but at the end. I'm rambling, sorry. But that was Monday Night Raw I watched. So, in tribute to that, I'm going to do my top 10 Monday Night Raw moments, as ranked by me. But before we get to that, let me run down some of the contenders that didn't quite make top 10. Bret Hart vs 1-2-3 Kid, very good match. Macho Man Randy Savage stood up, clapped at the end, so that's how good that match was. Vader getting suspended when he attacked Gorilla Monsoon. Yeah, I've always been a fan of Vader, and that was big at the time, so. Austin putting the cement in Vince McMahon's car. I love that moment. Vince McMahon in the wheelchair going to the studios. Just the fastest thing goes. Oh yes, Mr. McMahon. Yes, Mr. McMahon. And I just love every minute of it. It was during those 4 weeks, 4 weeks straight, that Austin just tormented McMahon like no other. Brilliant moment. Rock and Mankind's first title win. Obviously, that's very big in history, considering on the other side, on Nitro, the Finger Poke of Doom happened, so wrestling history right there. Boss Man Sympathy. Now, a lot of people, unless you have that DVD, I guess a lot of people don't know, but it was during the Boss Man Big Show horrendous feud about the Boss Man stealing caskets and doing holocausts and stuff like that. But he came out and he read this funeral card, and it's like, It's so stupid. That's funny. It's so retarded that it's hilarious to me. That's the kind of humour I got. Shelton Benjamin versus Shawn Michaels, great match. Can't say enough about that match. The finish just incredible. Put Shelton over in my eyes as like this kid could go somewhere. But you would think when he beat Triple H in 2004, that would be when people would think, yeah, this kid can go somewhere. No, it was Shawn Michaels for me, so, yeah. The Nexus debut, Daniel Bryan spitting in John Cena's face, the tie incident, just destroying everything, great, love it. Batista's farewell, I love heel Batista. It's a shame he's gone. I hope he comes back as a heel someday, not as a face, because he's hilarious as a heel. He's in the wheelchair and Bret Hart just told him to go away. And a moment that would got in, but it's not finished yet, is the Summer of Punk. That's still going, ladies and gentlemen. It's still going strong, despite what people say about him being overrated and this angle being overrated and he doesn't deserve it. And they did everything too soon. Shut up, I love it. And I'm going to continue enjoying it until they finally do mess up, which they haven't yet. So, well, hey. Right, so let's kick off the top 10. My number 10 is Chris Jericho vs Triple H from, I think, April 2000. It was this they had a match. Triple H was the champ. The championship was on the line. The APA, Jericho hired to make sure Shane and Stephanie wouldn't interfere. Jericho won the belt when Earl Hebner did the fast count, and the crowd blew up. Not literally, obviously, otherwise that would be atom bombs doing. But the crowd just exploded. They loved it. And watching it, I loved it. The first time I watched it, I went, yes! I didn't know about this. It's awesome. And then they give the belt back to Triple H. Right idea, wrong idea, I don't know. I just know that moment is great. That match is damn well good. So yeah. Moment number 9. Pillman 316. Now it's not, well, it's Pillman with a gun, obviously. We all know the story. Brian Pillman, the loose cannon. He's at home. He's injured. Austin says he's coming to kick his ass. Yeah, he was saying he was going to come to kick his ass. And you've got to keep in mind that Pillman was the face in this. Austin was the heel. But in my mind, I'm thinking that Austin is the face and Pillman is the heel. It's strange, really. And that was like the first proper attitude era moment, sorry. You know, Austin's beating up Pillman's friends who are there to, like, get Austin away. He's beating them outside, he throws them in the paddling pool, and he breaks Little Red's wagon over them. It's great stuff. And then obviously Pillman just, the crazed look in his eye. My worst, I don't know why I did that, I just looked, and of course I'm a big fan of Pillman and Austin, Hollywood Blondes or not Hollywood Blondes. So, yeah, that's a very big moment. Speaking of big moments, number 8 is Tyson and Austin. Of course, Vince McMahon comes down and he says, "May I introduce to you the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson." Mike Tyson comes down with his entire entourage. And then Austin comes down and he says, "You ain't the toughest man on the planet. I'm the toughest of being on the planet." And then I think Austin slaps him. I'm not sure. But either way, they start fighting. And JR's having an orgasm going, "Tyson Austin! Tyson Austin! Look at him! They're rolling around! Tyson Austin!" JR just makes every moment that more special. They're brilliant. And to this day, I still don't understand. There's one of Tyson's posse has this roll of money. You see him when they're fighting, he picks up this roll of money off the floor. And I'm like, why the hell has he got a roll of money with him? What was he hoping to buy? In the middle of the ring, what's he hoping to buy? Why have you got this roll of money? Why isn't it backstage? Why isn't it in your wallet? Why isn't it in your pants? Why have you just suddenly decided to pick this roll of money up? I don't know. I do not know to this day. But there you go. Number 7. The kick heard round the world. Now, in other words, Shawn Michaels turning heel on Hulk Hogan. Wow, I saw that live and I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. You know, because Hogan and Michaels, they had teamed up quite a few times before that happened. They teamed up at Backlash 05 to take on Muhammad Hassan and Daivari. And they just won a match, I think, against Khali and Kurt Angle. Hogan's posing, Shawn's posing. Hogan does like the ear clamp, whatever you call that. Does that. Yeah, it turns around, kick, pow, moment, history, wow, incredible, cup of tea. Sorry about that. But yeah, I did not see it coming. It's incredible, incredible. Number 6, Bobby Heenan getting fired. Now I love Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's perhaps one of my favourite wrestling personalities, manager, wrestler, whatever you want to call him, of all time. You cannot beat a bit of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Whenever I'm depressed, I go watch some Bobby the Brain Heenan. I go watch some Prime Time, him and Gorilla, great. And this is when it's the night after Survivor Series 93, I believe. And he's commentating with Vince McMahon, and all of a sudden, it's the end of the show, and Vince is like saying, "Oh, we'll see you next week," and then suddenly Heenan's looking down at the monitor. Look of panic on his face. You see Gorilla Monsoon walking down. And then Gorilla grabs him by the cuff, pulls him up. "Oh, you're getting fired now, please don't fire me." And he throws him out the building. and his luggage with him. He's got toilet rolls, so I don't know what that's about. Strange. And I think there was a toothbrush and stuff like that, and Bobby's stumbling around the place, and he goes, oh, he's almost in tears. I love that moment. Absolutely love that moment. And number 6, another Bobby Heenan-esque moment, is Mr. Perfect versus Ric Flair in the Loser Leaves Town match. I think this is like the 3rd or 2nd episode of Raw ever. It was a great match. You know, it was Flair's farewell. Mr. Perfect. I think he was about to become a main event. They never really touched on that. And of course, Bobby Heenan's with Ric Flair. And there's this one moment, I think Flair's got Perfect in a headlock. And then you just cut to Bobby Heenan. Yes. Like, the biggest smile on his face. I absolutely love it. Oh, it's a great match as well, even without the Heenan stuff. Plus some Ric Flair mark, so. There you go. Number 4. Bret screwed Bret. Nothing more to say, really. But number 3. Bret Hart loses his ever-loving Canadian mind. He just lost the steel cage match to Psycho Sid for the championship. And Vince McMahon gets in the ring. So most of the cage is still around the ring. Vince goes, you must be deeply sad, and pushes Vince over. You got to bear in mind, this Bret Hart, the good guy. He always, but I love everything. Generic baby thing. All of a sudden he pushes Mr. McMahon down. This is bullshit. I shouldn't have lost. Brilliant. Wow. That is how you develop characters. He's just got frustrated. Then a pre-taped Stone Cold promo pops up. Oh, you can get the job done, Bret. And Bret starts arguing with the pre-taped promo. That is epic. You know why they call you Stone Cold? Because you're cold, the Stone Cold. Go watch it. I cannot do it justice. Brilliant. And then Sid comes out, and one of the greatest lines I've ever heard is he's walking down, he's taking his belt off. I don't know shit, Bret. Oh my god. Genius. And now, moment number 2, the one that just missed out, is the Rock concert. The first Rock concert, when he's feuding with Austin up into the road of WrestleMania 19. Now, I love The Rock, but Hollywood Rock's got to be one of the greatest heels ever. Not only that, he's putting over a hurricane, he's putting over all these, just helping stuff out. I've completely lost what to say then. But yeah, he's doing the concert, he's singing Willie Nelson songs. Ever since the Rock came into town, everybody's tried to bring him down. No, never mind. But he's singing songs and Austin's outside because he wasn't allowed in the building for some reason. So he's just sitting there, big speakers blaring in. Your bold candy ass must be high. And then all of a sudden, the Austin's truck drives into the arena. Rock's calling the security out. Austin's truck drives in, but it's the Hurricane who drives it down. And Rock's like, oh, get the hamburger out of here. I got to finish the concert. And then all of a sudden, as Rock's singing, the security's out the way. You just see this black cloak rise from the back of the truck. And it's Stone Cold. And he beats the living shit out of the Rock. He breaks his guitar. Oh, it got me so hyped for WrestleMania 19. I couldn't wait. Brilliant. But the number 1 greatest Raw moment, I don't think anything will top this ever, is Ric Flair's retirement. Oh my god. Oh, this is the 4 Horsemen, Harley Race, Ricky Steamboat, Chris Jericho, John Cena, Batista, Triple H, you name it, they were there. The whole locker room came out, they were clapping. Flair was crying. It's a shame they didn't show the Undertaker and Vince McMahon stuff on television. But, it's just, that tugs heartstrings. I cried at WrestleMania 24. I cried when I watched that. Facts. And that is my top Raw moment of all time. This is Hippykillerz signing out. And of course, drinking tea, as only the British can.